Hey guys. Okay, so I'm going to be going over your six list today. So, your six list is so important. And the reason for that is because when doing your six list every single day, you're going to be building your business, building your network, building your potentials, building your customers, building your teams. All these things are happening because we are completing our six list every single day. So, your goal is to complete your six list at least once a day. And if you've completed it, go ahead and try to do twice a day. Um, I'm going to show you guys step by step on how to do your six list, some tips and everything. And I'm going to try to keep this about 45 minutes. So I'm super excited for this. So take notes, grab a piece of notebook paper, and let me know after this if anything kind of had an aha moment or anything like that. Message me and let me know so that we can build our teams together. Because in this business, it's all about one team, one mission, and we're all going for the same goal. So super excited. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just go right into it. So in your six list, there are six different tasks that we want to be doing every single day. The first one is going to be self-development. Second one is growing your market. The third one is kind of an A and B. So 3A is posting on your story. 3B is posting on your wall, on your social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, both, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever it is. Number 4 is messaging. Number 5 is interacting. And number 6 is follow-up. So let's go ahead and start with number 1. So self-development. Self-development is something that is key in our business. You want to be always expanding your mind, expanding your business. And when you're able to expand what you've always learned from the beginning, you know, in our life, we have been taught A, B, C, and D. Well, if you only know A, B, C, and D, how are you going to learn what E, F, G, H, I are? You always want to be expanding your mind, expanding your vision, expanding you as a mom, as a husband, as a sister, as a daughter, as a woman, as a man, whatever it is, you're always wanting to better yourself with self-development. And I'm telling you, it'll help you with your business. It'll help you with your life. It'll help you with relationships. It'll help you with your connection with God. If you are faithful, or if you believe. So different ways of self-development is books. Here's a couple of my books. There's this one, the Bible. Literally, if you don't know where to start with that, start in Proverbs. You Are a Badass, one of my favorite self-development books. Power of Half an Hour is a good one. Present Over Perfect. This is a good life self-development one. And Chase the Lion. These are a couple of my personal ones that I really do enjoy. But you can also do audio. You can also do YouTube. There's a couple different people who I recommend. Rachel Hollis is amazing. You could also do Steve Harvey, Trent Shelton, Tony Robbins, Dave Ramsey, John Maxwell. There's so many different people. And with YouTube, literally you can go on and you can just, if you have 2 minutes before your day, and you can go into YouTube in the search bar and just type in 2-minute morning motivation, and it'll just pump your day up. I'm telling you, it's going to make a huge difference when you start doing self-development. Next, there's also, you can listen to sermons. If you're a believer, you can listen to different pastor sermons. I love YouTube Celebration Church. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my old church they used to go to in Jacksonville. They have tons and tons and tons of sermons on there. They have daily motivation. They have daily self-development. It's a good YouTube channel to follow. So it's Celebration Church. You can listen to podcasts. So iPhone has podcasts. There's many different ways you can do self-development, but you got to find what your niche is. And that's why I don't want to go too much into it, because everybody's different when it comes to self-development, but you just got to dive in and do it. It feels weird in the beginning, I'm telling you, because it did for me, but it is a key thing that I do my life every single day, because it helps you so much grow. Okay, so talking about growing, number 2, we're going to go into growing your market. So I'm actually going to show you exactly what I do to grow my market. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Let's see. Give me just a second. Okay, so you can see my screen and what I do to grow my market. So I have a social file in my phone so that I can make sure I have everything in one area. So for Facebook, what I'll do is I will scroll down, just keep scrolling. Facebook will automatically give you different types of ads that are similar to some of your interests. So I just got to find one. Sometimes they're a little bit further down. Sometimes they're right away. It just depends. I have a lot of It Works friends because our team is huge. But there's going to be a point here soon where I'm going to have to stop or start deleting other distributors because I've hit my 5,000. Okay, so here is a church in my area called Calvary. And what I do is I go to where it has the likes and the hearts. And I will add those people who have liked this post. And these are people who I just look at the little bubble and I say, okay, who are people who I will probably want to be friends with. It's really simple. You just kind of go down the line. If somebody's flicking off the camera, if someone's being negative, see that like one with the heart or the flower, I'm not going to add that because it's probably not even a person. But if they have kids in their profile, I'm going to add them. And really, when you're adding and you're going to your market, it is a weird feeling at first, but just dive into it and do it. And I personally believe that God allows us to he brings people in our life for a reason. And we may not know why now, but you will eventually. And you never know, because I just telling someone the other day about this is I was that single mom who was crying myself to sleep, literally, trying to figure out what am I going to do next, because I just did not know what my next path was going to be. You know, I was living with my parents, I was going to school, and I was barely making it by. And I just continue to think that like there's other people out there that need this opportunity, and I want to be able to help them. And by adding, random people on Facebook, it is really weird at first, but you never know if that next person that you're adding is that person who needs this in their life, whether it be products to help them feel better about themselves and, get healthy, or maybe it's being able to make some extra money to get out of debt, or maybe it's a college student who doesn't know how they're going to pay for their books and go to college, who's contemplating not even going to college because they can't afford it. Like, you just never know. So I always recommend just add. And the worst case scenario, you can always unfriend or block people. Okay, so here's another example. See where it's this person posted about the boutique items and more. A lot of times I actually do like to go into boutique pages. I don't post on them or anything like that, but I do like to go in them. So this one's not a really good example, but I'm going to show. So like this girl right here, she likes these shirts and stuff, and she has a child. So I'm going to go ahead and add her, which actually these are really cute for Mother's Day. But a lot of times boutiques will have hundreds of people liking or commenting on the posts. And so I'll just go and start adding them. I know I have a similarity because I have a 4-year-old, and she has a child too. So we have something in common already. So if you like skateboarding, for example, you can go to the top screen up here, and you can literally type in like skateboarding or like boy mom or something, and you can end up, not skating, skateboarding. You can find different group pages literally about skateboarding, and join the group, and then add people who are liking the skateboarding stuff, because you have a similarity. Look how cute my son is. That was 2 years ago. So that's another way to add people. Common interest, just like I said, kind of skateboarding, if that's your thing. If you breastfeed, you can type in breastfeeding up here at the top and find different groups about that. Different posts about it. You can also do locations. So for example, we have what's it called? The taco place here. Tijuana. Let's just do La Fiesta. Could not remember the name of it. Port Orange. So this is a local place around me. I'm gonna go to their page, and I'm gonna go to posts. See right there? So see how there's 39 people here who have liked it? There's 4 here, 11 here, 33. I'm going to go to the one that has 39. Click the page, click the likes. And these are people, I personally, because I am a single mom, I don't add men to mine, because a lot of times they're messaging you for the wrong reasons. But I'll go in here and I'll go add people, because same thing. If it looks like somebody who I want to be friends with, if they have a bright photo, see the one that says OA, I would never do that because it's like a business. If it's a picture of a car, I wouldn't do that. If it is somebody flicking up the camera, I wouldn't add that. But I'll go in here and I will just add. You want to be adding about 100 people a day, but you don't want to add all of them at one time because Facebook could block you. So do, 20 here, 10 here, 20 here. I like to remember it by when I go, it's going to sound really silly, but when I go to the bathroom, I am literally adding about 10 to 15, maybe even 20 sometimes people every time I pee. Because I know I'm going to pee at least like 4 to 5 times a day. So if I do 20 of them 5 times a day, I just hit my 100 people to add. So those are a couple ways that you could be adding people and growing your market. But the importance of growing your market is so big, because when you grow your market, or there's going to be a point in your business to where, let's say you have 700 friends right now on your Facebook, right? You can have a maximum of 5,000, which that's your goal, is to get up to 5,000, because the more people you have on your Facebook, the more opportunities you have to help them with their goals, that help them with their financial goals, their weight loss goals, their health and wellness goals. But think of it in the same, and Kelsey is the one who said this, is would you rather go fishing in a pond with 700 people, or would you rather go fishing in a pond with 5,000 fish? Sorry, I meant fish, not people. And you would want to do the 5,000 because you have a much higher chance of catching fish. So it's the same concept with social media. So on Facebook, you can have 5,000 total. On Instagram, you can have unlimited. So, but with growing your market, the importance of it is there's going to be a point to where you will not have any more people to talk to, because let's say you have 700 people and you've reached out to all 700. Now what? So if you're consistently every single day growing your market, you'll always have new people to talk to about the business. Whether it's them starting the business or whether it's them using your products, you want to always be growing that network. Okay, so posting to your story. So number 3 is posting. So I'm going to actually show you guys exactly how to do it. So there's many different ways to how you can post. So I actually have, I'm going to show you first. So this is kind of a trick. I many times will go and see how it's my name at the top. I'll go, if I find something that's really, really good, I'll go and like forward it to myself, message it to myself on Facebook. So I always have like the links and stuff. So with posting on your story, you can actually, let's see if I do this right. Oh no. 1 second. It was Kelsey was her name. Sorry guys, 1 second. Actually, I'm gonna unshare my screen, and I can get, sorry guys, 1 moment. I wanna make sure I give you this because this is a really good tip, because this is a great platform to be able to use to help grow your photos and stuff like that when adding to your story. So, but the importance of adding to your story, while I get this link, is so for Facebook now, you have like your news feed, and then you have, same thing with Instagram, you have your news feed and you have your stories. So people are more likely looking at your stories now than they are your news feed. So, you will want to be posting on your news feed about once on Instagram minimum and 3 times on Facebook minimum daily. But you want to be posting on your story throughout the day. I mean, there's many different times where I'll have anywhere from 8, 12, 15 different slides on my story and only have 3 posts on my Facebook. So people are going to be looking at your story, and basically a story is like taking a photo, multiple different photos, and uploading them in a chronological order, and they'll click the screen every single time and it'll go to the next photo, go to the next photo, go to the next photo, and it's like a story. But by adding these stories, you can also add polls to them. So the polls is the key. Sorry, my dog is snoring. The polls are basically, I always use the example of social media is basically, if you hear that saying, the needle in the haystack, right? Social media is the haystack, and people who are wanting our products, people who are wanting our business opportunity, those are like the needles in the haystack, and our job is to find out who those are and help them, either whether it be join the business or whether it be use products. It is our job to help them with that. So with the polls, what happens is you put a poll on your story, and it's basically giving them an option to say, let's say it's about a product, and you post about the cleanse, and you just use this poll. And I'm going to show you an example, but on the left hand side it'll say like yes and no, but you change the yes and no and you say like, I want this, I need this. And what happens is they end up actually being able to click one of them, and then you're able to go and message those people. So where instead of you going and messaging hundreds of people about potentially our products or business, it's them coming to you like, I want this, I need this, and you message them. And that's a very strong potential because they've told you like they want the product or they want the business opportunity. So it's so helpful. Okay, so I'm gonna go back here now so you guys can see. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, let's see. Okay, so a couple different ways on how you can find where to get these stories is through Pinterest. So Pinterest, so there's a girl, if anyone knows who she is, I'd love to get in contact with her, but I found her page one night and it is amazing. This is her page, and on the top here, it has, it works, and she actually has different folders for each one. You can make your own Pinterest like this if you want, but you can go and use hers for right now. There's tons and tons of different people for on with It Works and having, you know, different boards and everything. But let's say, for example, I want keto coffee. All you have to do is, let's say you want these three right here, right? Models wanted. So I'll come in here, click on the top left, the three dots, and then download image, and it'll save to the images of my phone. And then I'll come in here, I want this one too, download image, save to my images on my phone. Come here, download image, now it's saved to the notes of my phone. You can do that for multiple different ones. Now another way that you can find other ones is, for example, I like to use different other distributors who are higher up in our company. So for example, Erin Tweed, love her to death. If you click her photo, the one of her and her little baby, if you click her photo, it'll say view story or view profile picture. You'll click view story, and what you can do is, let's see, which one do I want to use? So see how this is an example of a story. There's just multiple photos that come up. So, whoops. Okay, so let's just start here. So what I can do is I can hold my finger down on the screen and see how her name's up there at the top. Well, if I hold my finger down, her name goes away, and then I screenshot it. And then same thing for the next one. Hold my finger down, screenshot. Hold my finger down, screenshot. Hold my finger down, screenshot. And you can do that for as many as you want. I always recommend having a business story and a product story, and then add in a couple other ones that are just about like you. Maybe it's you and your kids. Maybe it's I don't know, you eating your favorite taco place or whatever. So like for right now, this is mine at the moment. So like this is my product one. It's about our defining gel, and this is the on the right there on the bottom where it says pick one. That is the poll. So somebody's already said that they wanted it. a quote I really liked. This is a business one. So somebody already said, I want on your team. These are different examples of other people's success stories. And then at the end right there, this is one of my favorite ones to do. At the very end, I show a photo of a income chart, and I say, I'm looking for somebody who wants to make about $2,000 a month. And then I gave them options to pick one. And somebody already said that they want to make over $2,000 a month. So these are people who I can easily go and just message them real quick. So the way that you find out who has clicked on your polls is right here on the bottom left where it's a little eyeball. If you click that, then you can see who said it. So Chelsea Anderson, I think her last name is, said that she wants to make the $2,000. So I'm going to go and message her right away. Now, the cool thing about polls is if you go into your Facebook page and go into more, it'll say story archive. All of your other stories that you've done are always on here. So for example, I can go back super far, but I'm going to give you an example here. So let's do this one. So this person's interested in making extra money from their phone. I can go back, and this was April 16th, and I can see, oh, that wasn't a good example because that was, sorry, let's do that one again. Okay, so this one is our Michael Kors giveaway that we did for Host to Post. So I can click the little button, and these two people right here want to have an entry for it. So you can go back and, like, for Follow Up Friday, you can go through your archived areas and just reach out to those people who have done your poll. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 20. It just depends on who's seeing it and who's interacting. So important to do stories. Okay, so let me show you guys how to post a story. So I'm actually going to show you through Instagram because there's a really cool feature on Instagram. So if you have an Instagram, even if you only have 15 followers, it's okay. Just go and post your stories on Instagram so that it'll automatically link to your Facebook, because it makes it 10 times easier. And then also it makes has two social media platforms, your Instagram and Facebook, that you're posting it on. So, but first you want to make sure that your Facebook and your Instagram are synced. So at the top right, there's those 3 lines, and you want to go ahead and click that, then click settings, then click privacy and settings, then click story controls. On the very bottom, you want to make sure where it says share your story to Facebook is in blue. And then that means your Facebook and Instagram are linked for your story. So whatever you post on your story on your Instagram will automatically post to your Facebook. So the way that you post a story, top left is that little camera. And here's the coolest feature. On the bottom left, I clicked the little, I clicked where there was photos. So these are the ones that I just added to my images by going to Pinterest. There's those ones. And then from going to Erin Tweeds and screenshotting, there's those ones. So what we can do, this is like a brilliant. So on the top right, where there's that little circle with little, looks like sticky notes in it, click that, and you can click multiple ones at one time. So for example, you want to make sure they're in the order, you're clicking them in the order in which you want them to show on your phone. So I'm going to click this one, 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 and this one. So these are just a product one. So I can actually go next, and I can see what it's going to look like. See, if I'm just clicking on my phone on the right hand side of my phone, and it's letting me see them all. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add a poll to them. So on the top right where it has a little sticky note, click that little sticky note, and you can either do, if it's more than like 4 photos in one story. So like this one's just about the skinny coffee and detox. So this is one part of the story. The next one's about thermophyte. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to do a poll on the last one here, but since my second story is more than 4, then I'm going to put 2 polls in it just to break it up a little bit. So the way to do a poll is on the top right where it has looks like a little smiley face sticky note. Click that and then click poll. And I always give an action. So I say pick one, so that people don't think, okay, like what am I supposed to do with this? Why is there options on my screen? And I'll say, I need this, or I want this, or order me one, or I love coffee. And the people who will respond on this story, I can't talk, and by clicking one of the polls, I will go and message them and let them know that, hey, like I saw that you posted or you voted on my poll on my story, and I'm super excited that you love coffee. I'd love to help you with your weight loss goals or your health and wellness goals. And then just start talking to them about what their goals are. So, okay, so my poll is on there now, and I think I'm going to add a poll on this one. So I'm going to do pick one. And I'm going to say, I'm interested, and send me details. Now, here's what I'm going to show you. See how you can barely see that pick one? If it's like a white on white, you can either change like the color of the letters, or what I like to do is just I click the top right where there's like the A, the big A and little a, and I'll just type it again. Pick one. And then I'll click the top left where it has like an A in a box, and it'll put a shadow behind it. And then I'll just change the color so they can see it a little bit better. And then I'll go to the last one and say, same thing, pick one. I always say pick one just so that they don't have any confusion of like what to do. And then I'll put, I want a spot, save me a spot. Just like that. And so if I click next on the bottom right, see in the top where it says your story, add to your Facebook story as well. It'll, as soon as I click share and done, it is now uploaded on both my Instagram and my Facebook stories. So I'm gonna go here real quick and I'm gonna show you. So if I go back to my page and I click the top left where it says your story, there it is. Boom, boom. There's the poll. Next one, next one. I'm just clicking on my screen. There it is, there it is. It's all there. It's amazing. So if you don't have an Instagram, the way that you do it is the only thing with Facebook, if you post it just on Facebook, is as of right now, you can't, I don't know how, if there is a way, but you can't add multiple ones at one time. You would have to upload them individually every single time. But on the top left where you see like my face and a little plus sign, it says add story, you would click there and then just upload one at a time. So this one, and then share a story. Then the next one, then share a story. Same thing. Next one, you'd share a story. Next one, and then you'd add right there on the top right where it says stickers. You would click that to add the poll. So I want to discard because I already posted it. And so now I'm on my Facebook right now. So it's showing on my Facebook as well because they're linked. So super cool. That's how you do posting on your stories, posting on your wall. So I'm going to give you a tip about that. So in our team page, Goal Diggers, Taylor, actually flipping amazing Taylor, just did this really cool post right here. Where are you? La, 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 la. Gosh, where did it go? There it goes. Okay, so see where I did right there is on the top, I just typed in, so I clicked the search bar in Goal Diggers and I just typed in example. So I did that because I know that this post that she did in the status part, it says example posts and comments. I remembered reading that. So if you use a keyword up there that you know was in the status in whatever post or whatever kind of training or whatever it is that you're looking for, it'll automatically pull up everything that says that word in it. So this is the post that I'm talking about where she's made it. It's amazing. She's made it to where here's a couple different examples of what you can post. So, you know, this is, you can literally copy and paste this right here, change up the wording a little bit because you never want to actually copy paste and post it exactly because Facebook could flag you and no one will see your stuff. So that'd be a waste of time, but you can upload that photo to your phone and then post it with it. Same thing with that. You can just copy paste, change up the wording a little bit. You can even use like this wording and maybe do a different photo with somebody with long hair. But these are a couple different posts in a cool tip of where you can find a couple different posts that you can use. Now, another one is we have another team page. It's called, where are you at? Signing loyal customers and distributors. And so Alyssa, she made this page to where it's a similar concept. For example, if you want to do a business opportunity post, you would click the comments and just scroll up to the very top, because most of them were posted a while ago. So like this one was like a year ago, but you can copy and paste this right here, and then you could change up the wording a little bit, and that could be one of your business posts. For example, you could do, a post like this, and then it wouldn't obviously be her, it would be a picture of you in there. Or, if this one's about having fun and making friends, and you could be a picture of you and some of your team there. But this is a good a Facebook group page that you can use. Same thing with ThermoFight. There's posts about ThermoFight here. There's posts about keto coffee here. They're all in the comments. So this is a good way to know what to post on your wall. You don't want to be spammy. So if you actually go to Google, this is the easiest way for me to explain it. If you just type in it works, and you click images, see how all these pictures right here are like black and green and bling and spammy and just not appealing. Don't post like that. It's a huge difference between like stuff like this and rather having, so for example, like my page right now, I have so many, like almost every single one of my posts that I do on Facebook and Instagram are about It Works. So there's like a before and after, but I'm talking about how Lindsay's feeling amazing. This was an opportunity post, and it's kind of funny, but it's 5:30 p.m. and I finally put a bra on for the first time today. And it's only because Caden had a T-ball game. Work from home perks, no bra, free the tatas. But people know that I work from home, and they know it's this business. So it's definitely, different ways. So like this right here, you can do a poll on your Facebook page, and I did one for growing your hair and one for weight loss. There's 10 people who voted. So if I click it on and I click the votes, I can see who has voted, and these are all potential customers and distributors that I'm reaching out to and starting these conversations with them. This is an opportunity post that I've done where it doesn't say like join my team, I'm looking for team members. I talked about how being able to be a work from home mom because of this business. I was scared, I was nervous, I was anxious, but being able to spend moments like this now with my son and just go outside and play a game in the middle of the day just means so much for me. And it's because of this business that I can do that. So that was like a business opportunity post. So this is so much more. Obviously it doesn't look like black, green, and bling spammy stuff. It's me. People know who I am. People see, what I like. They see this is my team. And this is like, I love sharing our team photos and stuff like that, because we have a tribe of people. There's another poll that I did. 4 people voted on it. This is just like a generic one where I said about like our cleanse, 26 comments on it. So people are interested into it. So another poll I did. So mix it up with things like even just this right here. I just posted about my 2 best friends. I just said, when your 2 best friends are bombshells. It had nothing to do with It Works, but 28 people liked it. And so those are people, if they're seeing this post, they're seeing this post. So I'm going to still go message them and start conversations with them. So that's just an example of what to post, what not to post, where to find examples of what to post. And so we're going to go into messaging. So I'm actually going to give you guys a couple different scripts that you can use. So when messaging people, you want to be messaging about 100 new people a day. I know it sounds crazy, but split that up throughout the day as well. So for example, a couple different ways you can message people could be through good vibes messaging. So that's literally, I have text replacement, which I'll show you guys how to do that. And if I just type in vibes, this whole thing shows up. I'll customize it to every person, but if I just come across somebody's page, whether they're online right now, so the way that you can see, if you go on your Messenger app and on the very bottom right there where it says 3, like the number of, it says 3 in red. If you click that, all these people, so see on the left where there's like a green dot, all those people are online right now. So I could literally, sometimes I'll just scroll and pick right here. And I'm going to just type in vibes. and it'll say, sorry, my dog is snoring again. I'll go to this, and oh my gosh, her little boy is so cute. So actually, that's what I'm going to say. So I just go with like my first initial thought of what I'm going to say. And I'll say, hey, I just come across your page, and your little boy is adorable. I have a 4-year-old too. I'm just sending you some good vibes today, and I hope you have a great day. So that's what's called our good vibes. It has nothing to do with our business, but it just gives them some good vibes. And a lot of times people will come back and be like, oh my gosh, that was so nice of you. And I'll start a little bit of conversation with them, and then I'll just go in and I'll ask them if they want to do a host to post for me. There's tons and tons of different host to post videos on YouTube that you can get trainings for, but host to post could literally change your business. And what a host to post is you can go and you can literally have somebody else post on their, like a friend post on their wall for you. And then their friends will start commenting underneath it, and they will be commenting underneath it. They're interested in a product or whatever it is. And then those are potential customers and distributors for you. So I have this right here. It's called Host to Post. This is a good video that I've made that will tell you everything about Host to Post.
Hey guys.
So go watch that. So that's on my YouTube channel. But okay, so let's go back. So one of the examples, so good vibes is the first one. The second one is direct and straight to the point. So I'm going to show you how to do a text replacement right now. So I actually had a conversation with Taylor the other day, and I asked her for a really good post to be sending out. So I'm going to show you how to do a text replacement. I know you can do text replacement on Androids, and I apologize, but I don't know the name of what the app is, but you can just Google text replacement for Android, and it'll give you different ways that you can do it on Androids. But this is from an iPhone. So I went into my settings, I went to general, I went to keyboard, then I go to text replacement, and you go to the top right and you click a little arrow. And so I'm going to go ahead and paste the phrase of what I want to say. Make sure it sounds like me, because I don't say girlfriend to people. I do though say I say girl because I'm really bad with names. So I'll be like, hey girl. And so I say that on a regular basis. If you wouldn't say that, then don't put that in here, because people will know if it's not you and how, you talk. Some people say babe, I would never call someone a babe, because no one's my babe unless I'm in a relationship with them. But so I put the phrase in there, and then the shortcut. So I want to make a shortcut for this. So I'm going to put M1. So message 1. You can do anything you want, but these are different shortcuts. So these are all different ones that I've made before. But so I'm going to go back here. So another example. So since we have the text replacement, M1, and the whole, I call this direct and to the point. So this would be a message I would send to people who I've already had some type of a contact with, talk to about their kids, talk to about, I don't know, homeschooling, or talk to them about my church or something, some kind of talk that we've had before. Then I would send this to them. Same thing. I can go right into people who are active on Facebook right now, or I can go back into searching messages, which I'll show you that in just a second. I can go to search messages and message it to them as well. So that's one example there. And then the next example is you could do a host to post. So, oh gosh, I have so many different ones for host to post. Okay, so let me take out the sample part. I've been sending out samples a lot lately, but here's one that you can send out. So, hey, can I ask you a favor? Oops, nope, that's not what I wanted. If I gave you a post to put on your wall and you just copy and paste it and tag me in it, will you post it today? And I'll enter you into my drawing, not dating, drawing for, and whatever type of drawing you're doing that month, you would enter that into the drawing. But there's many different ways that you can ask them to do the host to post, but that's just an example of what you can be sending to them. Next one is happy birthdays. So these are one of my favorites, because I mean, many times when it's somebody's birthday, they they get a lot of people like go on their Facebook wall and be like, happy birthday. And if it's 90 people, you're not going to go through every single person and see. But if you personally message them a message like this, happy birthday, and I say love, that's like I talk like that, but you just say happy birthday. Do you have any fun plans for your birthday this weekend? Start conversations with them. See, if you've noticed, I do a lot of emojis in mine. So adding emojis will actually, it'll increase your interaction with people by 80% because people see, people are more likely to respond with images, but when seeing images than just seeing text. So always add emojis in your stuff, your messages and stuff. So that's a happy birthday one. And the way that you can see whose birthday it is go to your Facebook wall and just type in birthdays in the search bar at the top. And then you can click birthdays of my friends and it'll show everyone's birthday. So like for Pauline, I can just go and just type in birthday. And since I have a text replacement, boom, it's done. Same thing with, if I go back, I can see them all. I just saw Sarah Brown. Her birthday was today or is today, but you don't want to post it in there because that would post to her wall. You want to actually click her message. And same thing, birthday, and starting conversations with them. So you want to be messaging about 100 people a day so that you're just starting new conversations. It could be straight to the point and asking if they want to be a product model. It could be just about happy birthday. It could be about giving them some good vibes. It could be asking them to host a post for you. But doing the host a post is going to really transform your business. So if you want to learn about host a post, go to my YouTube channel, watch that video because it gives you like details of everything. Okay, so interacting. So interacting on, so this is number 5, interacting on social media is awesome. So whether it's Facebook, Instagram, so if you go to the bottom right where those 3 little lines are, and you go down, you go, see more. And then you scroll down and see where it says most recent. These are the people who posted on their Facebook page most recently. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to be asking questions on their posts. So I'm interacting with them. You could, I don't recommend using the like button. If you don't want to ask a question, even though I recommend always asking questions, then you can do a reaction, which is you hold down like the like button and all these will come up. These are called reactions. And you could do like a heart or something. Because when you use the reactions, your algorithm for Facebook, which basically means whether you're going to see a lot, people are going to see a lot of your content or people are going to not see any of your content, the algorithm, it'll help boost it up if you use a reaction. But if you comment, it actually will increase it even more. So I'll say, oh my God, I love these. This guy's channel is so funny. Have you seen the making tacos one? It's a really, really funny one. But I'll just keep going down and scare the crowd meters. Screen import to the fireplace. Yay, nay. Yay. And I just go through, I set my alarm for about 10 minutes and I just go down the line of them. This is cute. Oops. Where is this? But I like to add a question because what happens is, if somebody came and, oh my God, that's funny. If somebody came and asked a question on your page, what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to go and look at their personal profile picture and be like, who the heck is this person asking these questions? And they're going to do the exact same thing on your page. So if you're going to message, so if I came and, on Samantha right here, see Diane, she just posted it recently and I just asked that question about has she seen the taco one and she already responded. But come support and watch how the girls do their best. So I could go on here and say, this is awesome. Is there another one soon? I don't know where I was going with my thought on that one. So sorry. But asking a question, people will go and find out who you are. And since you're going to be posting on your wall and on your story daily, and not spammy things, they're going to get to know who you are. You know, if you have kids, if you love skateboarding, if you are breastfeeding, if you're a homeschooling mom, they're going to know a little bit about you by looking at your profile picture right after doing it. So, so that's how I interact with people. I always ask a question, and I always, will either ask a question or do a reaction. So on Instagram, you can go right to your newsfeed. And I know this is going to sound so funny, but my son loves to be able to like double tap on my Instagram. So I'll give him my phone. My son is almost 5, and I'll give him my phone and I'll say, okay, every time, because I have a son, so I add a lot of people who have kids. I will say, okay, anytime you see a picture of a child, go and double tap it, and which is like liking it. But you want to do this, you want to be commenting on people's stuff as well. So for example, if you yum, if this one, I could double tap it, go right there to the little bubble and say, are these all your kids? So cute. Asking a question, because she's going to come back and she's going to end up messaging me back. If you hold her name down though, it'll automatically tag her too, which is kind of cool. Okay, so that's kind of how I interact. And follow up. So here is the key. You can post on your Facebook wall, you can post on your story all day, and that's basically saying, my business is open. But I didn't realize my camera was super, sorry, it was probably wobbly, but you can be posting on your social media page and saying like, here's our product, here's whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it's basically saying my business is open. And if you don't go message them behind the scenes, you're never going to end up sealing the deal and having customers and distributors and stuff, because people want to get to know you more before, purchasing from you or joining your team with you. So messaging is key. So you don't want to forget messaging and following up. We always say fortune is in the follow-up, because it's very unlikely that somebody is going to join your business the first time talking with them. Following up, and we always say follow up Friday, because Friday is payday for a lot of people. And so absolutely make sure that you're following up on Friday and focusing Friday for follow-up. But every day you want to be doing follow-ups as well. So the people who you talked to the day before, you can follow up with them. Let's say there's somebody who was interested in becoming a customer, follow up with them. But we always say follow up Friday, because people get paid, and it's a great day to reach out to people and seal the deal with them. So, but I'm going to show you this really cool app that if you're on our team, you'll have access to it. It's called Trello. So I have a text replacement for it as well. So that's the link. And if you don't have it, you can just message me, or you can type in every single number in there and letter in there, but I can send you the link. But what it is this app right here. And it's basically being able to get access to higher up leaders' notes of their phone. So we've come together, and if you'll have access to our Goal Diggers, because that's our team name. And these are different tabs that you can click. So for example, if you're getting started, it'll literally give you YouTube videos to watch when you just get started. It'll talk about auto shipment, the importance of it, a post to do, your first post to do, how to gather your first 4 customers, why it's important, Facebook tips, Instagram tips. Like there's so many different apps that you need. Host a post. It'll give you examples of how you can, like step by step of how you can do the host a post. Messaging for customers. This is the one I want to highlight on. Upselling for messages, following along with messaging conversations. This message is clutch. That's Taylor. She says clutch a lot. Starter messages to get responses, follow-up. So this is where I want to, I just realized my screen is not sharing. So sorry. Let's do that again. Screen. I was going through all of them and you couldn't even see what I was doing. Okay. So this is the app that I was talking about, Trello. And if you don't have it, just message me and I can give you the link. But this is what it looks like. You'll have access to our Goal Diggers one. And these are the different ones I was talking about getting started. These are the different ones you can see. Different Facebook tips, Instagram tips, how to photo editing, apps you need, host to post, literally step by step. Messaging for customers though. So these are the different tabs you can click on. There's literally like you can copy and paste these, but follow up is what I want to focus on because there are tons and tons and tons of different scripts. And I don't really like to call them scripts. There's guides because you want to be able to change them up a little bit because, you know, if it doesn't sound like you, then, you know, don't post it like that, but use it as a guide for how you can talk with people. So on Fridays, I'll come in here and whichever one is I'm feeling like drawn to use, I'll use that for the day. But like, for example, right there's hair, skin, and nails. I could, if I'm talking to someone about hair, skin, and nails, I can come in here, click it, and then right click, and then I can just copy it, and it's copied to my clipboard now, and I can go paste it in whatever message it was that I was talking to them about it. Like, it's so simple. But Trello app is so good for many different reasons, but that's just a good example with the follow-up. Posting, different posts you can use, product coach, quotes. I like to post about quotes and stuff like that a lot because it inspires people. 6 lists, different days. So like sometimes we'll do specific ones. So Thursday, what to do for your 6 lists, but they all pretty much are the exact same thing, just different goals. So like one day it might be 80, one day it might be 100 as your goal. Text replacement. So I showed you guys how to do a text replacement before. Here's examples of different text replacements that you can put in your phone. So it's super helpful. One last thing I'm going to show you guys for following up is you can use, so we were just talking about hair, skin, and nails. So I can go in here, and if I type in HSN in the very top, so hair, skin, and nails, because I'll use that sometimes as a abbreviation. And if you click search and messages, so right underneath where it says people, it says search and messages. It'll pull up any conversation I've ever had hair, skin, and nails with a potential, or maybe even a distributor, but you can go through them and you can find those people who are potentially interested in hair, skin, and nails that you've talked to before. And then you can go and message them and seal the deal with them. So that's a really cool, you can literally search anything in there. If you know you've been talking about TFX, which is ThermoFite, you can go in there and search messages and you can find everything that's ever been said about ThermoFite. I will personally, when I put in, if it's a loyal customer, I always put in their order for them. If it's a distributor, I have them put in their own information on my website. But so as a loyal customer, I always ask them for their info. And I always say, this script right here, it's another text replacement. I always say info, and it's the info I need is blah, 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 and then I'll change my phone number. And so I know if I've had a conversation, I basically had the entire conversation with them before, and they're like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to order. I'll go back through that and I'll search it and I'll check the people who are on my potentials list. And if they haven't ordered from me, I know that they're ready. And then a lot of times they just forget, and I'll seal the deal with them in that way. So that's another kind of tip too. But so yeah, that was a super in-depth training about the 6 lists, and I hope it helped. If you have any questions for it, please reach out to me. Please reach out to your upline. Please reach out to your enroller. And we are here to help, because the only way for us to be successful is to do it as a team. And I'm just so excited for this year and the next couple of years, because there is a momentum happening right now, and it is just going to continue to grow. So love you guys. If you guys need anything, please reach out. Bye.